come. It's all about back today, so hopefully that's a good one and hopefully it's needed. So when you're ready, you can grab your
Recording
space.
in progress.
We're going to take it nice and easy to start with. So take your time, get yourself ready, and then we're just going to start nice and gentle with our usual twists. So just swinging nice and slow from one side to the other. As you rotate around, you really want to try and find that stretch that's just about manageable for you. And you can bring your arms up and down, feel it in a few different places as you do that. Nice, big deep breaths as you do it as well. And then we're going to go into our arms next. So we're going to go nice and slowly, big arm rotations. Okay. In. Yeah, nice and slow. Whatever's comfortable for you. You might have a different range of motion, but you just want to go forward, backwards. Just open up that upper body. Nice, good stuff. And keep it going. We're in. Nice. Next up, we're going to stick our hands on the lower part of our back. We're just going to squeeze our elbows together. You might feel this all down the shoulders, you might find it chest, a few different places. So just find the stretch that's comfortable for you. And here as well, you can rock back and forward, and you might feel this a little bit in your back, a little bit in your abs. Just nice and gentle to start with. Yeah, that rocking motion also just helps open up a little bit more. So whatever's comfortable for you. When you find a nice bit of a stretch, just hold it there for a few seconds. Good. And then we're going to go with our hands up above our head. And this, you really want to just try and push as far away from the floor as you can. And again, if you want to, we can go for a few little side bends. Just open up all this area down here, a little bit of the back. Just nice and gentle, just rocking from side to side. Good stuff. Nice, and you can slowly lower your hands. We're going to go for our hip circles next. So you're going to shoot your hips all the way backwards, bring them all the way to the front, and then change direction. So as you come all the way round, you'll feel it a little bit in your lower back, a little bit in the legs. Take a little bit of a wider stance if you want to. Just what's comfortable. You want to rotate the hips, wake them up a little bit. Hopefully we're going to be a little bit warm for some squats now. So you're going to come up onto your toes and we're going to squat down nice and gentle into a position that you're comfortable with. The lower you can get, great, but wherever you're comfortable. You're going to pause and then you're going to return back to the top. With a nice big stretch out and then back down again. You want to try and keep your heels on the floor. And if you can get that a little bit lower each time, then go for that. If not, we're just waking the hips up at the minute, so just nice and gentle. We're going to go 2 more, so we're going to come up, real stretch, down into our squat, have a little pause, and then we're going to go up one last time. And on this squat, we're going to hold it just a little bit longer. And here, you can rotate your knees outwards, so push out your elbows as well. This will open up all your inner thighs. And another one you like to do, you can twist Bring your hand up and twist behind you. You should feel that all in the shoulders, all in that upper back. Good. And then when you're ready, you can return to standing. Our last warm up is we're going to have a little bit of a ragdoll. So you're going to hold your elbows, you're going to let your body hang forward from the hips. And just let gravity take you for this one. You might be really tight, so just try and keep the legs nice and straight. Put up your head down and just let your body hang. Good, we're going to stay here for a couple more breaths. And then when you're ready, you can gently come back up to standing. Nice, hope you're feeling a little bit fresher. So today's all going to be about the back, all around the spine and that kind of area. Then anything else that we hit on the way, be hips, shoulders, all things like that. So we're going to start with our sun salutations. So we're going to start with, I always say number 8, it's not number 8, but we're going to start with number 1. So when you're ready, if you've got a mat, you can stand at the front of your mat, or wherever you have some space. I'm going to stand up tall to start with. You can raise your arms above your head. And as you inhale, we're going to go into our fold. As you exhale, you're going to pop your fingers down and look forward. Inhale, step back into your press up position. And then lower your body slowly to the ground until you're touching the ground. And we're going to come up into our cobra. Really stretch it out here. And then you're going to reverse the feet and go up into your downward dog. This is where we're going to sit for a few breaths and open up the lower body. So get yourself comfortable. Try and get your heels on the ground. Nice big deep breaths. And on your next inhale, you're going to shoot your hips up a little bit higher. Try and really push the heels down to the ground. And just get a little bit of an extra stretch. And as you inhale, you can come out of that into your crouch position. And we're going to take one step forward. So look forward. Inhale into our fold. And exhale, return back to standing. Arms above your head if you fancy it. Nice, good stuff, guys. Have a little shake out on that one. Next up, we're going to go for B. So a little bit longer one, a little bit more work with some of our poses. So when you're ready, we're going to start, same again, at the end of your mat, where you've got some space, in your chair position. So we really want to squeeze the quads, try and keep the back nice and straight. And if you want to, you can raise your arms above your head. This might be a little bit tight for some of you, but see where you can go. And as we inhale, we're going to go downwards to fold. Exhale, look up. Inhale, step back into your press up position. And again, nice and slowly down towards the floor. When you reach the floor, we're going to shoot our chest up into cobra. And as we inhale, back down into downward dog. And from here is where it changes. So we're going to go right foot forward in between our hands. Left foot's going to go to 45 degrees. And we're going to stand tall, raising our arms up above our head. You want a nice straight line from your back left foot all the way up. Nice, good stuff. And we're going to come out of that now. So you're going to put your hands back down to the mat. Step that foot back into your press up position. And lower yourself again. Down towards the floor. Once you reach the floor, we're going up into cobra. And then down, back into downward dog. And this time it's our left foot that's going to step forward. Our right foot's going to come into 45 degrees. And we're going to stand tall, arms up in the air. Good, and we're going to come out of that one now. So we're going to have our hands down onto the mat. Back into a press up position for one last time. Slowly lower your body down. Up into a cobra. And then change your feet round into your downward dog. And we're going to sit again for a couple of breaths. So find the stretch that's comfortable for you. Slowly breathing down. And as you inhale in, we're going to try and shoot the hips up a little bit further. Try and push the heels towards the ground. Really stretch out the lower back, glutes, hamstrings. And as you inhale, you're going to come down to the crouch position. We're going to come out of that. Step forward, look forward. Inhale down to our fold. As you exhale this time, you're going to come back into your chair pose. Hands above the head if you can manage it. Nice, good stuff, guys. Gently ease your way out of that. Grab a drink if you need to. Good stuff. So we're all about back today, so we have to do a little bit of twisting to try and release that spine. So we've got a couple of working poses, and as per usual, we'll finish with some nice stretches. So our first pose is we're going to do the triangle pose. So we've got our feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to go right foot pointed forwards towards the wall. Left foot is going to come in 45 degrees. Now you want really strong legs for this one, so keep them nice and straight. Hips are facing forward, arms are coming out. My right hand is going to go down my right shin. And from here, this is where you can play about where the stretch is comfortable for you. Some may be up by your knee, some may be a little bit closer towards the ground. But find the stretch that suits you. And we're going to hold it there. And as you inhale in, you want to twist and look up towards that left hand. And as you inhale in, we're going to twist a little bit further. So really try and open up the chest. And you can gently release from there, back to your starting position. And we're going to reverse it the other way. So left foot's going to go forward, right foot's going to come in 45 degrees. Nice, strong, straight legs. Arms out to your side. And now it's left hand to the left shin. And the same again, find the stretch that's comfortable for you. Keep those legs nice and strong. And as you inhale, we're going to twist around to look at that right hand this time. And some nice big deep breaths. And as you inhale in, we're going to twist and open just a little bit more. then gently release back to your starting position. Nice, good stuff, guys. So now we've gone for a triangle, we're going to reverse the triangle now. So we're going to go back to our right foot, pointing forwards. Left foot's going to come in 45 degrees. This time the hips are going to face towards that front foot. Here, your arms are going to come out to your side, and it's the left palm that's going to go down the opposite side of the right shin. So what that looks like is a twist across the body. Find your palm and down that shin. A little bit more balance for this one, so find your stretch. And as you inhale in, we want to look up to our right hand. Get that chest open, legs strong. And as you inhale in, you're going to twist a little bit more. Really try and reach round. Now we're going to gently release. You come back up to standing. And we're going to reverse that. So left foot this time. Right foot's going to come in your 45 degrees. Hips are going to face forwards towards that left hand. Arms out by your side, and it's the back of the right palm. It's going to go out the outside of the left shin. So twist round, find your stretch. Try and open up as much of your body as you can, keeping the feet firmly rooted on the floor. And as you inhale, really look up to that left hand. On your next inhale, we're going to twist again. Really try and open up as much as you can. And then gently release and return to standing. Nice. Good stuff. The upper body should be feeling it a little bit by this point. So we've only got 2 more really working poses to go. Our next one is a little bit of a lunge. So we're going to start again with our feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. Your right foot's going to go forward. Your left foot's going to come in 45 degrees, but you might end up rotating it as you need to. This time we're going to lunge forward onto that right foot. So adjust your feet as you need to go. Now, right arm's going to sit on that right knee. And if this is comfortable for you, you can stay here for the rest of it and it's perfectly okay. If you fancy a bit more of a stretch, you can see if you can get that right hand down your shin, on towards the floor, wherever you can fit it. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring our left hand up, open up the chest. So again, we've got a nice forward straight line up and above our head, from the bottom of our foot all the way up. You want to reach with your fingers. And then we're going to gently come out of that one. Back up to standing, to our middle. And we're going to reverse it again. So left foot's going to point forward. Right foot's going to come in slightly, or wherever you find it comfortable. We're going to lunge forward onto that left foot. Left arm, left elbow. You're going to sit down there. And again, if you want to take it a little bit further, that left hand can go all the way down to the floor. And our right arm's going to come up above our head, aiming to go almost to our face. So we want to try and get a nice straight line all the way through. Push away with your fingertips. Really try and reach away. then gently come out of that. Back up to your standing position. Grab a little shake off if you need to. Grab a drink if you need to. And we've got one more working pose to do before it gets to the nice stuff. So it's another bit of a twist, really going to open up that spine. So when you're ready, again, feet slightly wider than shoulder width apart. We're going to go right foot pointing the wall, left foot is going to come in slightly, and we're going to lunge down again. This time, it's our left elbow, it's going to come across to our right knee, and we're going to twist our chest the other way. Putting your hands in your prayer position, doing this the wrong way around, hands in the prayer position, you really want to twist and open up your chest. So like that. This one gets a nice big stretch, kind of all the spine muscles. So push your two hands together. Just breathe. And as you inhale in, you're going to twist it a little bit more. Try and look over your right shoulder. And then we can gently return back to standing, back to our centre pose. And the last one, we're just going to do the complete opposite. So it's left foot this time, pointing forward, right foot's coming in, and it's right elbow as you lunge down. Cross that left leg, bring your hands together into your prayer position, and twist as much as you can away from your body. And as you inhale in, we're going to twist a little bit more, try and look over that left shoulder. And when you're ready, gently ease out of that, back to our middle position. Shake it off, grab a drink if you need to. That is the hard work done. That is our working poses done. So before we get into our stretches, just going to give you a bit of balance just to add it in. So only one today, so we're going to go for our tree pose. So when you're ready, we're going to go, left foot's going to start on the floor, right foot's either going to come into your shin, or if you fancy a little bit more of a challenge, don't know if I can do it today, the right foot's going to come right into the thigh. And we're going to put our hands together in front of our chest. Now, best thing here is to zone out, find a spot that doesn't move, whatever you need to do to get your balance before we move on. So when you found that balance, we want to bring the hands above the head, try and make us as long as possible. Again, zone out. Nice, good work guys. Slowly bring your hands back down and you can release that leg. Some strong balances going on. We're going to do the complete opposite, so right foot's going to root down now. Left foot's going to come into your shin, or all the way up into your thigh if you can manage it. Hands together, find your position, root that foot in. Get your breaths. And when you're ready, you're going to raise those hands above your head again. Nice and long. Good stuff. Bring the hands back down and you can release the leg. Nice, good stuff guys. There's a lot of solid tree poses going on. So we're going to move on to some stretches now. So hopefully the nice part of the 45 minutes. So we're going to start with our ragdoll from standing. So you're going to hinge at your hips, your back leg's nice and straight. You can either hold your elbows or you can let your hands drag to the floor if you want to. But we are going to rotate a little bit. So for the first part, find your stretch. Open up the hamstrings. We want to go straight down the centre. And as you inhale in, we're going to go towards the left foot this time. So you're just going to walk your hands over. It might be your left shin, it might be your left toes. Wherever you can reach, we want a little bit of a twist. A little bit more pressure down that left leg. And again, big deep breaths. And as you inhale in, we're going to walk over with our hands to our right foot this time. Again, it might be your right shin, it might be your right toes, whatever you can manage. Just want to shift the pressure into that right hamstring. Really stretch it out. Good. Next, we're going to bring our hands back to the middle. And you've got two options here, depending on how flexible you are. You either put your hands under your toes, so a nice big stretch, or if you can go a little bit further, you want to walk your hands as far through your legs as possible, where you get a nice big stretch. So either underneath your big toes, underneath the front of your foot, or you can walk your hands all the way in the middle. You want to keep the back legs nice and straight. Just really stretch out those hamstrings. And then as you inhale, we're going to gently come back up to standing and just ease out of that. So legs should definitely be awake at this point. Nice. So we're going to go down to the floor now. So when you're ready, we're going to come down onto our knees, into our tabletop position. And we're going to start with some of our cat-cow moves. So we'll inhale into a cat. So you want to round your back, head goes down towards the mat. And you really want to try and squeeze your spine as much as you can. Try and bend it, or visualize bending it. And as you inhale in, we're going to opposite direction. We're going to bring our head up, our back's going to bend the other way. Drop your tummy down towards the floor. Shoot your hips into the air. And again, as you inhale in, we're going to go back to our cat. So head goes downwards, the spine curves, and you're almost pushing away from the mat. As you inhale in, we're going to go back to our cow. So the hips are going to shoot up, head's going to come up. And we're trying to almost bend our back into. Two more. So inhale into cat. Really try and push the mat away from you. one last time. Inhale, back to cow. Hips shoot up, head comes up. Imagine trying to bend your back as much as you can. That's good stuff. And then we're going to go back to our neutral position. And our next one we're going to do is our cobra. So we're going to bring the hands further on the floor. Lower your chest to the floor. And pause here for a minute. Hands are going to go next to your chest. And the aim is to bring your chest up as much as you can. Kind of bend the other way. You'll probably feel this more down your abs, but that is okay. We're going to stretch it all out. Big deep breaths. And you can gently release chest back to the floor and ease out of that one. We're going to go back for the next one. So you're going to come back to your tabletop, and we're going to sit as far back down onto your feet as you can manage. So we're just going to sit and relax in child's pose for a minute. So here, if this is comfortable for you, that's great. If you want to try and aim to get your head to the mat, really relax. Go for where your body allows you to go. And we can either, we've got some options here of our arms. You can have your arms down by the side of you, so nice and relaxed. Or we can have our arms right out in front of us, so stretching the shoulders a little bit more. Or your third option is to bend the elbows and bring them up, almost your hands above your head. This you should feel a bit more down your shoulders, down the side muscles of your back as well. So play around with whatever position suits you. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back to the middle, and this time we're going to take a seat. So take your time, get yourself into a seated position, and just gently ease into it. So our next one, we've got a little bit more twisting to come. So you can sit cross-legged or whatever's comfortable for you. What we want to do is we want to interlink our fingers, put our hands behind our head. And what we're going to do is we're just going to twist towards the left-hand side. It's going to keep our shoulders open as we reach round. And you inhale, come back to the middle. And we're going to go towards the right hand side now. So inhale in, twist as far as you can manage towards the right hand side. Find your stretch, and just hold it there. And as you inhale in, we're going to come back to the middle. You can release your hands from your head. And we'll do the same again, but this time we're going to put our right hand on our right thigh, right knee, whatever you find it comfortable. You can get the left hand and go behind you as well. And we're going to twist around. So we're going to open up the chest keeping your hips forward. You might feel you get a little bit more of an opening this way. Inhale in, you want to twist as far as you can go for one more time. See if you can get your shoulders pointing towards the left hand side. And then gently return back to the middle. And we're going to go opposite side. So left hand, bring on the left knee, left thigh. Right hand's going to come out behind you. And you're going to use the knee to just twist your upper body away. As you inhale in again, we're going to twist a little bit further. Try and have your shoulders facing your right hand side. Use that knee to kind of leverage yourself. And then gently return back to the middle. Nice, good stuff. Our final few stretches are going to be on our back now. We've got a bit of an inversion one, so you can, there's a few levels to it, so you can take your time, do what you need to do. If you can't manage it, we'll start slow and work your way up. But it's a little bit of a challenging one, but it should also be quite a nice relief for your back. So when you're ready, we're going to get laying down. You're just going to hug your knees into your body, so you can relax the head. You can pause here for a minute, just grab your breath. And if you want to knock it out, you can rotate your knees from one side to the other. Nice and gentle. This give you a little bit of release on that spine. And when you're ready, knees are going to go back to the middle. We're going to aim to go for a shoulder stand here. So these are the levels for you. If you're comfortable here, stay here. You can have a nice little relax. You're still flattening out that spine. Next level is we're going to raise the legs up into the air. So again, if you want to hold behind the back of the knees, you can. You're just going to let the blood drain from your legs a little bit. Just find what's comfortable for you. Our next step is we want to get the hips off the floor. So you may have to rock. We want to bring hands up behind our hips. I can't straighten my legs very well. So kind of up onto your shoulders, letting your legs hang a little bit. If this is comfortable, you can stay here. Find what's best for you. But our next level, if you fancy it, so let the feet come almost towards your head and find where your stretch is. Now I can't get to the floor, but some of you may be able to get to the floor. You should find this is quite relieving down the hamstrings, down the glutes, and towards that back as well. And when you're ready, you can come back up to your shoulder stand. Gently let your hips back down to the floor. And then we want to bring our knees back into our chest again. So nice and easy. When you're ready, you can hug your knees in. And we're just going to rotate our knees again across the body. Keep the shoulders down on the floor and rocking from side to side. And back to the middle. And then when you're ready, we've got one more twist to go. So we're going to put our left leg down to the floor. And you keep that right knee up. Left hand's going to come onto your right knee. And you want to pull your knee across your body. Trying to keep your shoulders on the floor. And trying to keep that right hip down towards the floor as well. So find what's comfortable for you. Find your stretch. Raise both arms out to either side. And you want to look towards your right hand. So we want our head in the opposite direction of our knee. Again, nice big deep breaths. As you inhale in, we're going to bring our hips back to the middle. And we're going to change over legs. So your right leg's going to go down. Lay that one down towards the ground. Left knee's going to come up. Right hand on your left knee. And bring it across your body. And same again. Keep the shoulders pinned to the floor. Arms out to your side, and you want to look towards your left hand this time. Nice big deep breaths. And as you inhale in, you're going to bring hips back to the floor, knees back in together. You bring your knees into your chest again, give it another squeeze. And then we're going to gently rock up, back to sitting, nice and slowly. But there we go, that is your back stretch session completed. So hopefully, your back might feel it right now, but hopefully towards the later part of the day, you feel a little bit more relief all through that spine. But other than that guys, well done. You are free to get on with your day.